Hey guys, I'm Chinaka. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, you're also welcome. So I did promise you all makeup tutorial, so we're gonna do one. I'm currently applying Toffee LA Girl Pro Conceal on my face, under my eyes. Um, the whole purpose of that is to highlight certain areas that I want to bring back life to, so it doesn't look that flat. Um, if you have dark circles under your eyes, I would recommend that you use a red or orange concealer to just even out the tone, to cancel out the dark circles and any other hyperpigmentation that you have on your skin. I am not a professional makeup artist. I am still a beginner. I've been doing my own makeup for a little over a year now, but I have learned a lot throughout the journey. What's good for my skin, what's not good for my skin. When it comes to skincare, I've taken on that even more because my skin needs to be as smooth as possible so that my foundation can be applied as smooth as possible, right? I don't wear makeup on a daily basis, so my skin needs to look healthy as well, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm just putting the highlighter or the concealer to highlight all the areas that I want to pop on my face. So you see me doing it on the nose and right at the center between my eyebrows. Um, I learned the trick of doing it right under my lip recently, and it works. It works. It gives my face a little lift. So you can try that and tell me if it works for you as well. But what I'm doing here is an underpainting. So most persons, when they're doing their makeup, they put on the foundation first and then the concealer. But I'm doing it the opposite, right? And here I'm putting some concealer on my eyelid as well as a base. Um, if you have a, hmm, a eyeshadow primer or eyeshadow base, you can use that as well in the place of concealer. But I don't have that right now, so I'm using what I have, and you can use what you have as well. But it's good to have a blank canvas to work with before you start applying your eyeshadows, because you'll learn that when you don't add a base, it does not pop as much as you would want it to. So I'm using a soft brush right here to blend it out, to get rid of um, any indentations, anything that doesn't look smooth, right? So everything is just gonna look flat and ready to be drawn on, to be blended on. So that's what I'm doing right here, right? So you just gotta get that nice and neat and clean. And if you realize how I did the concealer under my eye, it kind of form a wing, right? So it gives you that lift and that guide to draw your wing. So I'm doing a wing with eyeshadow for y'all. Instead of a black harsh line for the wing, if you're a beginner, this will make it a bit easier. So you use your brown eyeshadow and you blend it right there. And if you mess up, you can always clean up with your concealer. Okay, guys, don't be too hard on yourself. And you'll see later on in the video where I did mess up. I did mess up because we're not perfect, but I clean it up, and you'll see how I clean it up as well. So I'm just doing my wing here. I have to look both ways, like in the mirror, in the phone, so I can see the different angles because I have hooded lids. So if I just draw a straight line, um, like most people would, it's not going to really form a proper wing on my eyes. So yeah, and now I'm doing somewhat of a cut crease, but not a cut crease. We're gonna fake the cut crease, guys. So if you can't do cut crease and you don't know the first thing about cut crease, don't worry about that. We're just using the eyeshadow to trace out a crease. Okay? You take your time. You see how I'm taking my time and building up on the brown. So I'm using the brown, following the same shape of my eyelid and going along with the wing at the end. And that's how I get it. And add a little black to deepen the brown. And right here, I'm using a neutral tone. So something that matches as much with the concealer to blend out within the space. So it just looks smooth and even and flat enough before I add the shimmer, right? So I just found a random shimmer from my palette. You can do the same. Any shimmer you have, take it up and use it. I hope you're following along. I hope you have your makeup and you're ready for class. I got these gems or rhinestones, whatever you want to call them, off Amazon. I've been meaning to buy them. They're pretty cheap. I don't remember the cost right now. I will find it out and tell y'all, but I really love them. It had hearts in it. It had um, different forms in it. This is my first time ever placing them on my face, so I was trying to figure out, will they stick to my face easily? Do I have to put glue on both my face and the gem, or you know? So this is just a trial and error, and I realized I can just put the eyelash glue on my skin and then place the gem on it. That worked out a lot better than whatever I was doing before, right? So that's the hard one. And now I'm blending out the concealer that I left on my face for the entire routine of my eyeshadow. Because when it dries down on your face, you'll find that it just looks way better. It makes your base so much better. It makes so much more sense. I can't explain it, but it makes sense. Okay, guys. So blending is your best friend. You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, whatever you have, use it. And if it's one brush you have, you wash it and you use it and you dry it and you use it over and over again. Because when I just started, I did not have so many brushes with options. I probably had like three brushes. And here I'm putting on my setting spray. So that's the Milani 3-in-1. It's a primer, corrector, and setting spray, right? So I put it on before I put my foundation on, and I ensure that I'm using a damp beauty blender. And you're probably like, "Wow, that foundation don't look like it much," but don't don't worry as yet. What I found out with this foundation that I'm using, it's actually Maybelline Fit Me foundation, number 355. It oxidizes, right? So the shade that goes on your face isn't what happens when you blend it out. So when you're going to purchase your foundation, ensure that you blend it out. You test it on your face. Don't test anything on your hand and feel like, yeah man, this much. Test it on your face. Look at it. Let it dry. Look at it in the light within the building. If you can walk out of the building, look at it out there. Because that's what I did before I bought this. I asked them, can I step out? Can I borrow your mirror? Can I go outside and see my face in the natural light instead of the store light? And they said, all right, cool. And I went out there and I said, all right, yeah, man, this is the one, this is the one. So if your beauty supply store not allowing you to do all of them things there, find a new one. Yeah? Anyways, I'm now putting some setting powder on my face. I really hate this setting powder, by the way, guys. It was cheap and I could not find the one that I wanted. And the others that I was thinking about were just too expensive at the moment for my pockets. And I said, you know what? since the one I have is finished, I'll just have to just buy something for the time being. So this is the one for the time being until I get the one that I really want. Um, Normally I use a banana setting powder. This one is a banana setting powder, but it is not like my usual banana setting powder that shows up yellow on my skin. This just look ashy. Y'all see the ashiness, right? But we're gonna work with it until we can do better. Um, it works well when I'm setting like my cosplay type of makeup, when I'm painting my face. It works well for that. But everything else, like this, I don't love it. I don't love it. I have to work hard for it to look nice. So like this now, I'm using my LA Girl pressed powder in the closest shade I could find to my skin, and I'm using that to brush off the powder, right, and to cover the powder, because when I do that, it makes my foundation look so smooth, guys. Like I found that out about a month ago. Right, this whole thing is a trial and error. You know, you have to understand that one makeup routine may work for a beauty influencer, and it doesn't work for you. When you try it on, it don't look good on you because you have a different skin type. Your skin is probably more oily, theirs is probably more dry. So you got to test the waters. And I changed the lighting here, so you probably realize it looks a little different because I was looking real ashy with the lighting before, and this is so much better. I feel like it's better. And here I am adding some mascara to my eyelashes. And see, remember, I told you I messed up. This is it here. So I was using one of my cleanser and like I think I had napkin nearby me, and I just use it to wipe off the mess that the mascara did under my eye, and I was like, Jesus. But I almost done the look, and look at this. Look at this mess. I don't know why I blink, but the blink just did a blink, right? But I make that dry a little, and then I using the same concealer that I used before to cover back that area, right? And I'm gonna blend it out. So the whole process that I did before under my eye, I have to go do that again to get this to look smooth again. So makeup takes a lot of patience, guys. It teaches you patience, it teaches you, I don't know, long suffering. But I'm switching between brushes to blend it, and yeah, it's fixing it. It's fixing it, but you gotta be patient. I had the fan on as well, so I wasn't sweating down the place, and it's normally not good to be sweating while you're trying to do your makeup. It's kind of counterproductive. But yeah, so I'm blending it out, and we're going. Yeah, yeah. In my head, I'm screaming. I know I look calm, but yeah, you see my face. You see my face. Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna put on some eyelashes. I also learned how to do eyelashes recently. So if y'all follow me on TikTok, you will see the journey of everything. Um, if you want an eyelash tutorial, like how I do it, if this is going too fast for you and you want to what I do here, so you can let me know. And if you notice, I didn't do my eyebrows in this video either because I already have an eyebrow tutorial on my page. So you can check my YouTube channel, look through. I'll also add it to here so y'all will see it and have access to it easily to find my eyebrow tutorial. Because yeah, it makes no sense. I'm sitting here doing my eyebrows and I have a tutorial just for that. You understand? But I'm adding, some little color to my waterline because I bought this pencil. Sometimes I'm just bored and in the beauty store and I buy things. Okay, so my husband doesn't trust me when I walk into anywhere that sells makeup products. But yeah, I'm also adding back the powder, the setting powder under my eye right here, guys, because I completely forgot it before, right? Because we have to do everything that we did before, so everything looks the same. And I'm not really into contouring and stuff like that. I feel like contouring is overrated because I don't really like changing the structure of my face that much. And contour does that. So if you're really into contouring and you want to know more about it, sure, I can go into it for you. But I'm not really a contour girl. So I just do a little thing on my nose and I'm highlighting it with some shimmer as well because the fact that I have shimmer above my eyes, I wanted to add back, some uniformity to my face. So shimmer can't just be on my eyelid alone. It needs for this all of my face too. Yeah. All right. Cool. And I'm doing my lips. I had to wipe off some of the lip gloss that I had on before, and I'm lining it. Guys, I need to get a new pencil. I don't know what is with me and all these small pencils. Like I probably have like five pencils that are the same length. It's like when I get them, I will just stick to one and use it until it gets to that length, and then I don't know. They just stay that length and I just rotate them all at the same length. I don't know if anybody does that as well, but it's same with when I was in school. I used to keep pencils for really long, like until they're so tiny. But yeah, so this is me blending out my lip or the liner for the lip. Yeah, with my finger because it happens. Sometimes I can't, but I was using the pencil because it goes to look so harsh on it, and your fingertip just right, just right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna blend it out. You don't want any harsh lines, right? You don't want to look, you know, too outstanding. That's the best word I can use. But and then you add the gloss. This gloss is probably like $100 or $150. I don't know if it costs even that much, and I love it. It's probably the best lip gloss on the market right now that you can get for so cheap. And so I spray my face again because you have to set your face when the makeup done. Yeah, yeah. And we're gonna wait until it's dried. And that's the look, guys. So yeah, me just teaching her how to do makeup. Nobody can say no don't know how to do no makeup. Period. I promise you a makeup video and you got one. Bye.